I often get asked how to balance experience and potential when building a sales team. There's not one simple answer to this question, but rather a number of factors to consider. First, it's important to look at the basics. Sales leader must make sure a candidate knows what they're getting into. Yes, you want to sell the tremendous opportunity to the candidate, but you also want to make sure they are well aware of the challenges of the role. If a candidate is scared off by a candid discussion about how difficult the role is, then they are not a good fit. Second, we need to consider the dynamic of the team and the role. It's easier to invest in a high potential individual who's light on experience if you have a great training program and excellent role models already ramped up and performing well. If your team is less mature, then seriously consider how the high potential candidate is going to get up to speed and get the help they need to become a top performer. Along the same lines, it probably goes without saying a sales development rep whose job is mostly to make cold calls has much less to learn to get up to speed than an enterprise sales rep selling 7 and 8 figure deals. What experience looks like and what taking a risk on experience looks like is very different for each of those jobs. Another important factor is learning agility. Do you have strong evidence that the candidate who's light on experience has an exceptional ability to learn and apply what they've learned in sales situations? If you don't, then it probably isn't the right risk to take. Then think about how well the person fits in with the culture. Like an executive hire, a sales rep needs to fit in with the core values and work ethic of the business. If a candidate has the right attitude and is exceptionally capable at learning, then they likely have the ability to become a top performer. Next, be ready to put money into personal growth. Investing in the learning and growth of your sales team can pay off in a big way. If you don't have a mature training and development program, look for alternatives that you can sponsor for your employee. There are many great video based sales training programs and cohort based programs available for reasonable costs. I'm personally not a fan of offering jobs with trial periods or starting new employees on a probationary period. Do the work up front to decide that you want to commit to a candidate's success. The best candidates often don't want to join your company if the offer can be revoked after they've been there for a few months. If an employee joins and then isn't willing to put in the work, then you need to address that and you may need to move on, but that shouldn't be the plan going in. When hiring, it's important and tricky to find the right balance between skills and promise. It's about finding the right mix of what a candidate can offer now and what they could offer in the future. Putting together a strong, high performing sales team isn't easy, but if you keep these tips in mind, you'll be well on your way to doing it. Your sales team will not only be ready for today, but for the future.